Answer at some point. It is by far this country's biggest, most popular and much anticipated dance gathering. It is the 17-day affair that brings together dancers and choreographers from all over this country and various parts of the world to showcase their latest and best works. The 27-year-old dance umbrella kicked off on Thursday in Johannesburg and will until the 12th of March. Dance-loving crowds will be wowed by pieces from choreographers like Snyman, who's a regular here, Shanell, Winlock, Pailman, among others. Shanell's 40 years in 30 minutes, and Bailey's, I think it's going to be controversial, MAKWEREKWERE will be lined up together at the Dance Factory during the festival. Can't say that without laughing. But do join us this morning to tell us more. Bailey, Shanell, good morning.
Good morning.
What is it about the dance umbrella? I mean, it's so many years on from the original, 27 years on, and it's still probably one of the most important platforms for a choreographer, a dancer to be involved in. Shanell?
It's one of the biggest festivals, yeah. It's actually 28 years this year.
28 years this year, yeah.
Running, yeah. And so it's for this Johannesburg and the south of Africa, it's the biggest festival. International artist collaborations between local artists that we're seeing a lot. And I think it's very exciting because you see different genres all the time. You see, yeah, exciting choreographers.
I think the other interesting thing that, even though, as Shanell was saying, that it's 20 years later and it's grown and you've seen the kind of variety of the works, the kind of choreographers, the dances that it's even launched, the kind of platforms it's created, that the audiences really relate to it, that people love this event, that they go to it in numbers, Bailey.
Yeah, I mean, I think we don't really have a lot of dance platforms in South Africa, so this is a really big moment for South African choreographers to really showcase their work and to engage with each other, which is always quite exciting because we don't really get to see each other's work a lot coming from different parts of the country. So it's a lovely moment for us to, I mean, I've known Shanell for quite a while, but we've never been in a program together, so it's quite interesting for us to be in a double bill together. And to see how our works kind of speak to each other and what that relationship will be like as well.
Let's talk about that double bill very quickly because, Shanell, let me start with you. 40 years in 30 minutes.
That's exactly what it says. I'm trying to squeeze my 40 years of dance experience, life experience, into 30 minutes, and it's a daunting challenge. I'm not sure why I took it on in the first place.
Yeah, I was going to ask you from a visual perspective, that must be quite amazing.
Well, I'm trying to incorporate a lot of visual. So there's video projection that was shot by a company that I worked with, and so there's video projection, there's photo projection, and then there's me trying to create a small set on stage, which is very personal in relation to marriage or the stereotype wedding dress type thing that we can all relate to.
I'm sure that people are going to look forward to that one. Yeah. And also, I think in many ways that piece also has some kind of reflective element as an audience member, because if you're in that stage of your life, you can touch on some of those elements.
I would hope so, yeah. I think the aim is so that I try to make it as relatable as possible, so that if you look at it, you'll go like, okay, I see myself in this section here, I see myself. There's a bit of everyone.
Well, I see that marriage and then I saw my divorce. I don't like you, Shanell. Okay.
Exactly.
Bailey, how politically correct or incorrect is MAKWEREKWERE? What have you done this time?
What have I done this time? Well, the work actually started off last year. We first presented it at the Detours Festival at Wits University, and it's a collaborative work between the University of Pretoria Drama Department and the TUT Dance Department, with Miss Ashley Churchyard, who's the other choreographer on the production. But I think it is incredibly sensitive as an issue, but it's also incredibly controversial. And I mean, I think as an artist, I've never really shied away from controversy. So, I mean, I think we always expect a bit of backlash, but I think it's incredibly topical and it's incredibly relevant. But what's also happened with the work, with working at the University of Pretoria, and the shift in what's been happening with Fees Must Fall and with Afrikaans Must Fall currently, and the way in which protesting has kind of started emerging again in our country, the work's taken on a different kind of life. So it's not only speaking about MAKWEREKWERE's foreign nationals in South Africa, but also speaking about us, ourselves, as foreigners in our own country, and starting to feel like foreigners in our own workspaces and our own environments, regardless of our race or our nationality.
Based on what you're saying, I'm going to argue that both your pieces are quite personal, and that somebody is going to walk away with something that that's reflected on them, that they're going to either like or not like, Shanell.
I think that's the point. I think that's where art speaks, and it doesn't just speak to us as choreographers, but we're trying to open up the platform to everyone so that it can relate. That's the aim.
For you?
Well, I think for me, the work did start from quite a personal space. But especially with the students that are performing in the work, it's been quite a challenging task for them to start looking at each other and the world in this kind of way, and starting to challenge each other in the way that the type of language we use when we speak to people can be very derogatory.
Very powerful.
Yeah, very powerful. I mean, language is a hugely powerful tool, and I mean, I think that's also why I tend to go for a title like MAKWEREKWERE. I mean, the word itself has got power, but I also do believe that by taking these words and putting them out into the world, that we might kind of diminish the power that they have a little bit, and so that we can really start looking at ourselves and the world in a different way.
Cool. Very quickly, dates and times.
5 and 6 March, on the 5th it's at 7
PM.
and 6 at 2 p.m. Dance Factory.
Okay, we don't want people just to go to your pieces, although we want them to go to all of it. Okay, choreographer Snyman, whose latest work is titled MAKWEREKWERE, and he's next to choreographer Shanell Winlock Pailman, whose latest work is called 40 Years in 30 Minutes. The two will both stage their pieces on Saturday and Sunday at the Baseline in Newtown, Johannesburg, as part of the 27th Dance Umbrella. For more information, you can log on to their website. It's www.danceforumsouthafrica.co.za. Go and find out the times, ticket prices, take family, friends, and your enemies. We take an ad break. Don't go anywhere.